don't know if you saw that, Terrence.
I got it. I got it on my iPad now.
Thank you for tuning in to Juicy Pop. I am your host, Miss J. Y'all been missing y'all, and I know y'all been missing me. And we got so much tea to catch up on. Today, my two very special guests. You know them from Metro Men of Atlanta. The first one is Sheldon Double G because he's Mr. Gucci Horton. And this is Terrence fucking the nails of Terry. What you talking about? How y'all both doing?
Gang, 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 gang.
This motherfucking potty train, okay? What you talking about? I miss y'all so much.
Girl, oh my God. Miss you ain't the effing word.
Baby, because we have so
God.
much tea to catch up on, y'all. So go ahead, grab your mugs, grab your cups, grab your bottles, however you getting with it, and get with us right now because we got so much going on right now that we got to bring y'all up to speed. All right, so for everybody who's new to this, Juicy Pop is the home of urban pop news, interviews, and juicy tea about your favorite celebrities. And y'all, tonight, we got to get into this juicy chat. We're discussing none other than Sean, P. Diddy, Puff, Diddy Pop, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him, Love.
Brother
Love, Combs, okay? Dame Dash, we're going to recap a couple of events here in Atlanta, including Revolt World and Winnie Stackz Couture Fighting Cancer Fashion Event Weekend. Y'all, let's get into all of this. Terrence, you got your
I want to get back to Puffy. Molly, you in danger, girl.
Go ahead and take a sip, y'all, before we get into all of this, because there's going to be so much that we got to do. Cheers. Molly, we got to get into it, okay? And what can I say? You got to tell them no, okay? First of all, Sean P. Diddy Combs. He has officially, y'all, been indicted and arrested by the Southern District of New York's FBI for racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and many other counts against him, y'all. Since his initial request, his bail has been denied twice. Al B. Sure made a release today of a statement. There's also been an alleged book that has been released by his ex Kim Porter, who we all know is now deceased. There have been different videos floating around about lyrics that Biggie was rapping back in the day that people are saying are suspect and we're telling on Diddy. There have been videos of interviews, past interviews that he's done that have also come back and somewhat incriminating him. I mean, it's just so much. Every day it's about 3 or 4, if not 5 or 6 different stories that are coming out about Diddy. What do y'all think about this? Like, where do we even start? Sheldon, come on with it. What's your thoughts?
Listen, the shit is so loaded.
I know.
It's so loaded. I mean, and it's so many different angles that I would like to add different things in, but we'll get into that. But what this is a classic case of doing wrong so long that the goalpost on decency is so moved.
Yeah.
That you really lost your fucking mind.
That part.
You lost your mind, bruh.
It's gone.
Because watch this. For you to be doing this shit, first of all, let's jump on something that Dame said that I thought was spectacular. Your club, because these were parties. These were not one-on-one events. These were parties which included groups. Your groups were so big and so down with this shit that they kept quiet.
Yeah.
For over a decade about this bullshit. Because people have been leaking these breadcrumbs, dropping these breadcrumbs for
right.
But who Hollywood, y'all some bullshit.
Nah,
Basically,
Y'all been
who did this man piss off?
that part.
Who did this man piss off? That's
That
what I
part.
want to
because
Yeah.
it's
know.
too many
Because
people who knew this
why
was
is all
going
this
on.
coming out at one time?
And why is it so dire? You look at them charges, every last one of them is almost 15 to life.
Yeah.
Right. They
Yeah.
big charges. These big charges. These not no little play charges. I mean, my thing that I've been totally asking myself, just with me working with a lot of different people in the industry, and just the shit that I know from behind the scenes, like what happened, y'all? Like what? And it's not just Cassie. I don't know if Cassie was the spearhead of everything. Was she the actual instrument that started everything? I don't think so. I think it was some. I think it was some other people. I think it's way above my pay grade, but I really feel that it's some other powers at play here, and what's really going on behind closed doors. Because for one, the man. First of all, let's talk about the freak-offs. Why are the feds using that word in these indictments and in the headlines? Freak-offs. That's
Freak
what I want to
offs.
know.
Because the
What
1,000 bottles of baby oil,
and
lube,
lube,
the
like
50-foot bed, like it
yeah,
just
like
continues to
it's
go on and on.
messy. It's
Very messy.
messy. It's messy. And I feel like, don't get me wrong, everybody has their atonement. Everybody has to have their day where they answer for the shit that you've done, but I feel like it's a kind of an embarrassment a little bit as well. And I feel like it's messy. Like, I feel like, Epstein, all the Elon Musk, Trump, even, you know what I'm saying? They didn't get this same type of treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
You're
I
right.
think the other part to this too, Terrence, is you have to think about all of the kids that he has, how this is affecting their lives, what their friends is possibly saying to them. His mama had to put her house up for collateral. All of his kids, plus his mom, had to put up their passports for collateral to try to get him out of jail. Like, this affects more than just you, Diddy. This is affecting everyone around you, including your family, including business partners. All these CEOs have now stepped down in the last week. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's
I
just a
saw
trickle
that. I saw that. But can I say this right here, Jordan?
Go ahead.
One pushback. It was Diddy's responsibility to think about his kids and his mama before he did this bullshit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Because they're not pulling this out of a sock, and they're not pulling
Right.
this out of some book. This is some
Right.
shit
Right.
you got. And then
Right.
two, you had enough nerve to film this shit. So
Yep.
you created
Right.
your own stream
Evidence.
of evidence. So you
Right.
were the one that weren't thinking.
Right.
So I don't know.
You were the one that weren't thinking.
That's what I was gonna say, and I don't know if you guys just saw this most recent interview that has resurfaced from 1999, where he sat down with ET, and they were basically asking him about his parties, and he pretty much created his own fate. He said they're gonna come and shut my parties down. They've already been denying me to get licenses. They're gonna come out and they're gonna come and arrest me. And here they are arresting you, and they're now allowing you to leave jail and grant you bond because you're a flight risk. You have too much money. You have too many resources. You have your own private jet. When you have all of that, you can't honestly, you can't think that you can just get out and just say, oh, okay, I'm not going to talk to anybody. And then he said he didn't want to be around women. That was another thing that he was trying to basically say he would not do in order to get out and negotiate his freedom. And it's to the point where it's too much shit. Even Don Richard, who used to be with him, and Danny DeCane and Diddy Dirty Money with Kalina, she came out with the new lawsuit shortly before his arrest, saying that she witnessed him beating on Cassie. She tried to save Cassie. He threatened to kill her and Kalina then. He also did sexual assault to her, potentially, allegedly. Kalina, of course, has come out and she's denying all these allegations as well. But to your point, Sheldon, all of these people don't have these similar stories for no reason. There's also been stories that he was holding people captive for 3 days to continue engaging in these sexual acts and bringing in doctors to administer IV drips so that people can rehydrate and continue to engage in these incidents. What the fuck? And
I Jordan, I have a question for that.
Mhm.
So again, back to the freak offs. Said freak offs. What's so wrong with being a freak? What's so wrong with having
Not
orgies?
one
What's wrong
thing.
with having parties?
We ain't
What's
judging
Not
wrong
that.
with
one
that?
thing. Not
So
one thing.
what I want to know is, when did it become illegal?
When the drugs, when the manipulation, when the forced drugs, because if you follow the train of a lot of the victims, they literally were like they were there at a party, and next thing you know, the room starts spinning and all of that.
Boom, my
Not to
panties is
mention,
off. Boom, my top is off. Boom,
watch
it's 8
this.
niggas in the house. Boom, it's 8 bitches in the house. Boom, I'm in an orgy. Is that how it went? Because I'm
No,
thrown off.
because his people have come. No. His people have come out and said over the years that when you go to his party, he would tell his crew, "Don't drink those drinks. They're for the guests. Our drinks are over here," because he spiked them in their
Wow.
knowledge. So if you look at
Wow.
the deal dude and all of his bodyguards, they've been saying this shit for years, that
Right.
he was literally
Yeah.
spiking this
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's when the shit
Essential.
became illegal.
Right.
Okay.
And watch this. Even the people that participated, this is how he fucked up. Because even the people that were down with it, think about this. The first thing they can do is say he drugged me. And even if they was down with it, they're gonna get off because he drugged too many people.
Right.
He done
And
fucked
they
himself
can't
up.
consent
And
if they influence.
can
You
I
can't
mention one more
consent if
thing?
you're under the influence,
You
especially under the
cannot.
influence when you didn't authorize it.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
And then watch this.
Okay.
What to your statement, Terrence, about who did he piss off? Billionaires have buttons.
That part.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. So now some of these entries of Kim's diary are now coming out. As we said before, Al B. Sure released a statement today basically saying that he wants everyone who was around Kim to now be investigated in her murder. He's not even saying that it's her death. He's saying a murder. He's saying she was murdered. He also said in his caption that she was warning him because, he was in a coma earlier this year. She was warning him of possibly his life being put to end by Diddy. So do y'all believe, because some of these statements Al B. Sure is saying are fabricated. He's saying because there was a statement released about him and Diddy and Kim allegedly all supposed to be agreeing to a threesome, and only him and Diddy engaged, and Kim ran out the room. Do y'all believe some of these diary entries, or are y'all even interested in reading this?
I do. And I believe
I do too.
that what Al B. Sure is doing is damage control. Because for him to post that shit like that, and watch this, Kim in the diary didn't even say she said she was against it, but because she still had feelings for him, she would have that sounds like a vulnerable woman. That don't sound like a woman that's trying to be messy.
Right.
But then the thought process behind the fact that when she looked at the shit, when she came home and she's like, damn, but bro, you really want to do this? You're the father head of my son, and this is the actual father of my son. Do you really want to do this? Because what she said, she didn't exclude herself from anyone. She said, I fucked him and Mary J, and it was hot.
Yeah.
And the same thing. So it ain't like she was putting everybody else out there. She was standing on the porch with everybody else she put there. So this don't sound like a lie. He was doing,
and like you said,
control.
it sounds like it sounds like a statement from a vulnerable woman during a vulnerable point in her life. And it's no telling what she was subject to and what, you know what I'm saying, what was going on in those particular moments.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because that's fucking crazy. Because I believe, because she said that they fucked each other and didn't come after her when she ran out the room.
Right. Child, I don't know, but
allegedly.
The book is now a bestseller on Amazon, and I'm waiting on mine to arrive on Wednesday, and I will give y'all an update after I read it, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all like to get a little messy. I want to know what the mess is. That's
Right,
what I'm here
right.
for, okay? We got to sit together. All right, y'all. So, Dame Dash, he has recently responded to Steve Stout's recent appearance on the Pivot, which he addressed Dame Dash's previous story about Steve Stout slapping him because of an $18,000 debt. Although Steve Stout has admitted that they did get into a physical altercation, he claims that in a separate incident, Dame Dash tried to avoid fighting him by throwing a woman in front of him. Now, Dame Dash has come out. He's addressed the now viral pictures during the Instagram live session, and he gave an explanation about the pictures. He said, "We hung out there, and then we left, and that's what happened." There's also a video out where Dame Dash is speaking specifically on Diddy and how he was able to continue to reinvent himself and get all these different deals and make all this money. And he's also saying a lot of the times he was having certain conversations with Diddy about some business endeavors that he was, possibly pursuing. And then all of a sudden, here comes Diddy. He's doing the same exact thing with, especially like with the liquor. And so now it comes out, or allegedly what Dame is saying is that with Diddy's relationships with a lot of these billionaires, a lot of these CEOs, they were a part of these freak offs. And he believes that somewhat in exchange for Diddy to get these business deals, they were coming, keeping quiet, possibly engaging in these events as well. I don't know. Dame, one thing about Dame, he usually is telling the truth. But then he has also been known to fabricate a few things as well. What do y'all think about Dame Dash's accusations against Diddy and Steve Stout's situation?
Well, I can tell you this right here, according to Dame Dash. Sometimes rejection is for your protection. Because at the end of the day, it's obvious that you have to be a part of a certain club to get in. Period.
I agree. I do believe that the higher your tax bracket and the more money you have in your pocket, the border you get. And when you have certain money like that and have access and privilege to a lot of things, you do shit out of boredom and you do shit out of privilege. Now, like you said, there's protection and rejection. Is it though? Is it though?
Well, at certain stages.
Well, and that's what I was going to say too. Dame said if he was aware of these freak offs that were happening, and if he walked in and saw certain people, he would be calling them out like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?"
Yeah,
I don't believe that. I don't believe
I do.
that.
I do.
I do.
You know why?
Maybe in this particular. Go ahead.
You know why I believe it? Because if he was down for it, out of all these years, would have been a part of it. Because listen, for Diddy to have the control that he had, this brother, can you imagine after getting Denzel and all these people on a videotape that you wouldn't want Dame in your arsenal? Because remember, the white dude on that thing about 4-5 years ago said, one, if I come up missing, Diddy did it. And he said that he was in a party. He said he was at a party and he was looking for the bathroom. And he walked into a room that had allegedly the A-listers like Denzel and all these motherfuckers in that room. And he said all of them turned around and looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing here? And that boy ran out. And the first time I saw this shit was in 2013. So this shit been on the internet for a while. And that boy said he walked in there and he seen a whole bunch of men, A-listers, groping each other, sitting in each other's laps, having tongue kisses with each other and everything. That brother was graphic about what he saw. And he said back then, if I come up missing, Diddy did it. Watch this. Then after this, Diddy
Send me that video. I
sees
want to
him.
see it.
Diddy sees him
I want to
in a
see it.
public event. He says that Diddy sees him in a public event, and he was talking, and he looked and scanned and saw. He said, "Hey, you, don't I know you?" Because he remembered him from that night, from the party, from crashing into that room.
Wow.
Dame Dash talked about the same thing. There's levels to the party. One time Columbus Short came out and said one time, he said they came to him and told him at 12, leave.
Oh.
Because this party turns into something else after
Now,
hours.
too. And allegedly, so I don't know if y'all saw over the weekend, Usher's Twitter or X supposedly got hacked, and he erased
everything was deleted
from it.
Right.
So people were speculating, did that have something to do because he was trying to make sure there was nothing of evidence that could be used against him or possibly Diddy, because he was a protege of Diddy. Also, there's rumors that Justin Bieber, in this book that is supposedly of Kim's diary, is expressing some information with Diddy and Justin Bieber engaging in different sexual acts together. He was underneath Diddy for a while as well. He had guardianship over him. I don't know if you guys saw the video that's floating around where there was an interview between Diddy and Justin Bieber, and they were talking about what they were going to go do. And Justin Bieber said he wanted to go get some girls, and Diddy kind of looked at him like, fuck you, me, you want to go get some girls. So, and you can also kind of see the fear in his face a little bit as well. Justin Bieber's face, like, somebody help me, save me, because he was only 15 at the time. So the stories and the celebrities just kind of continue. The list continues to grow. The more a lot of this information is coming out. I personally have gotten to a point where I've lost count and track of who and what incident happened with who. However, to both your point, with these freak-offs, to your point, Sheldon, I've heard after a certain time, it goes to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So
I have heard that too.
That's a little concerning. I don't know, y'all, but we're going to keep y'all updated as we get more information on all of this. But we're about to take a quick break. And when we come back, like I told you guys, we're going to talk about a couple of different events that happened right here in the ATL. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Juicy Pop. I am your girl, Miss J. I am being joined by two men that you need to know. They are from Metro Men of Atlanta, Sheldon Double G Horton, and also my favorite nail tech, the best nail tech in the land, Terrence Terry. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Gang.
Gang, since Potty Train.
With them pretty ass teeth.
That part. Say that, Sheldon. All right, y'all. So over the weekend, there were a couple of different events going on here in a ATL. Revolt World was back, and it was a 3-day event. I only made it out to yesterday's event because it was hot as hell.
It was hot as fuck.
My hair out. And even yesterday when I got there, I was mad. I had an attitude slightly because the line was long to get into Carisha. We had to walk 5.5 miles to get to our destination. Hot as fuck. Okay, did I say that right?
We did too.
I was sweating. Like I have never sweated in my life, and it made me so mad because it was just so damn hot.
It was.
Ooh, now
in September at that.
That's what I was gonna say. With all that being said, yesterday was the first day of fall. Fall, where are you at? Because it still feel like a hot going on right now.
Fall is still falling.
Fall is definitely still falling. Where are you at? Where you at though? So this was my second time attending Revolt World. First time was 2 years ago. It was massive. That was the first one since COVID. This year, I don't know if the crowd was really crowding like it had been before. And I know last year was crazy because Diddy himself was there.
Right.
Terrence, I know you was there. Do you think Diddy possibly, with all of his charges and arrests, possibly, even though he's not associated with Revolt anymore, Do you
Right.
think it might have possibly tarnished the name and they have to rebuild? Because
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, his presence was definitely felt when he had his hand in the pot. Um, Carmen and Art and I, we were just talking about, everything. Like it was definitely an absence.
yeah,
Sponsorship, the sponsorship, everything. Even though they did still have some big brands, they had Doritos, Mountain Dew,
Walmart.
McDonald's, Walmart. It just still something was missing. Something
Mhm.
was still definitely missing. It wasn't as organized as I would like for something of that caliber to happen in such a hub and a market like Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Um, there was a lot of ball dropping that I did notice. So absolutely, I definitely felt like his presence was missed. Now, how they're going to recoup from this? What new sponsors are they going to bring to the table? Who knows? What type of big names are they going to add to the Revolt brand? Who knows? But yes, answer to your question, yes,
Okay.
he was missed.
Yeah. I was out there yesterday
Or
and I
his influence was missed. I'll say that.
agreed. Agreed. And even with his business relationships, I think a lot of those, to your point, a lot of those sponsors he had in previous years, he brought on personally, especially like
Absolutely.
early on. Like even I went to go see Carisha Please with her and Boosie, and I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody love Boosie to a certain extent.
And
There's
he got a warrant out for his arrest that
and
just
that
dropped.
I didn't even think he was gonna show up, to be honest,
Yeah,
because I'm like they gonna come and snatch him up as soon as he comes off the stage.
exactly.
A
But
warrant
he
for what?
Uh, I
unpaid
just saw it the other day. I
bill
forgot what it was.
for for a chauffeur that he had in Texas.
He didn't pay somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't pay the show. Yeah. So that's stuff. That's actually theft by conversion.
So he
That's
has
theft
to
by
show you court
conversion.
actually on October
Yeah.
8th for that.
Hmm.
So when I walked, first of all,
Pay your people. Pay
pay him.
your people.
Just pay him. Just pay
Especially your small business owners. I'm sorry, I didn't want to get off track, but that rubbed me the wrong way. That pissed me off, and I'm not a fan of Boosie like that anyway, so I don't give a fuck. So that was that was just. I mean, ain't nobody gonna beat my ass. So that was just
him.
that I didn't really care when that came out. I was already like. I take offense to stuff like that because we're small business owners. I'm a small black business owner. You're a
Mhm.
small black business owner. You know what I'm saying? You can't pay your people.
Right.
You can't pay your people that's providing a service for you.
That part.
Who does that?
And
The
you
fuck?
always flash your money.
And you always flashing money. You
So
know what I'm
you got
saying?
it. You just
You
built
got it.
like
That old
five
dry
houses
ass
on your
skin.
property.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, this is what I can say from the little bit that I did experience. I did not like that walk. I'm going to keep saying that because
Me
that walk,
either. It was very hot.
it
Very
pissed.
hot.
They had people go karting you from the parking, which was at Greenbrier Mall, which was about a mile up the street from where the actual event was.
Entrance was.
And even the entrance was like half a mile from the street.
Exactly. And then to the gag was, I remember I was telling Carmen, I said, well, they said that the golf carts were only for VIP and media. And she's like, well, we are media. And I'm like, well, why are
Where's
we not on that cart?
where's
Why are
our
we not on the people cart? I like make it make sense. And
yeah.
then when we went to go see, one of the things that I did find that I did enjoy it. I'm not throwing the Revolt World Convention under the bus all like that because I did enjoy some components of it. I enjoyed seeing a lot of again small businesses. I am definitely for small black businesses. I am pro black pro black business when it comes to things like that. So a lot of the vendors and food vendors and refreshments, the bartenders, the bar, were all small black local businesses. I was very happy to see that. I enjoyed the panel and the conversation that took place with Colin Carter and La Roche about the today's fashion, and that was really good. But it was hot as hell in there too. Now that I think about it, it was hot in there. I
We
don't know if the
in
AC wasn't working or because all the doors was open and the heat comes in when
Mm-hmm.
but I just felt like, y'all could have did a little bit better with that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have did a little bit better with that.
I definitely think maybe the execution, to your point, Terrence, maybe the execution, the discussions weren't going as much as they should have been prior to the planning. Maybe they didn't plan enough in ahead and in time. I don't know.
Right.
But what I will say is, even with Carisha and her set, it was very
So
well.
how was it?
Oh, child. First of all, we were standing in this long ass line for at least 30, 45 minutes.
I saw that online.
When they finally let us in, Carisha and Boosie was already sitting down having a conversation.
Mm,
So that kind of ticked me off a little bit.
okay.
And then we were sitting shoulder to shoulder with people. Again, it's 95 degrees outside
Mm.
and it's hella
It's
black.
95 degrees.
I ain't got no nigga. And my brain went there too. And I was trying to stay focused, but thank you. Now I've gone there with you. I mean, overall, the conversation was okay. It's not really the conversation that I expected. But what I will respect Carisha for is calling Boosie out on his bullshit. So I don't know if y'all watch Carisha, please, but
I
she had
do.
a segment
I
towards
do.
the end where she said, "Get this smoke." And the
Yeah.
first question she said to Boosie was, "What's your issue with gay people?" And he said, "What?" She said, "Why are you always talking about gay people?" And he was just like, "Well, you know, that's not how I was raised. That's not what I believe in. I can't really support it." And so she was like, "But your daughter is gay." He said, "Yeah, but she can't bring that to my house." He said, "That's not what I was raised on. My granddaddy wasn't raised like that. My daddy wasn't raised like that. And I'm not raising my kids like that." And I understood where he was coming from, but at the same time, everybody is different, is what Carisha kept telling him. You got to allow people to live in their truth and be comfortable in their skin. And you can't keep going around judging people for who they choose to love and what they choose to be. So I
Right.
will give her credit on that. Now,
Wait, hold on. Before you
go
move
ahead.
on, I have been itching to say this, and I pray that this becomes a sound. Straight men don't sit around and talk about gay shit. I don't give a fuck. It don't come on their mind. I don't give a fuck who gay. If it
I
don't come
agree.
in their sight, it ain't nothing that a straight man always think about. Women, be careful. If you around a brother that's always talking about gay people and they don't have to deal with them, they don't have to take care of them, or they don't have to work with them.
Let me
Period.
say this. Don't
If they
somebody work
always
for
talk
him
about
that's
that,
gay?
it's a problem. That's
Is
what
it
I
one of his
heard.
managers or road manager or
One of
tour
his
manager?
PR team or somebody. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did hear
some
that.
some one of them is a gay man, I think, right? And like you said,
Yeah, I
to
heard
your
that too.
point, Jordan, his daughter. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody is entitled to their beliefs and, like they say, what they do or do not want around them. He's entitled to that. I respect that. What I don't like about him is he's ignorant.
Mm,
He's ignorant.
mm-hmm,
Ignorant is unaware and uninformed.
mm-hmm.
And that's what I don't like about him. I don't like how he goes about expressing his dislike or his disbelief or his disengaging. You know what I just don't like it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he's so ugh. You don't even
But you
got
know what though?
no like ugh.
Interesting
And
enough
I don't
in
want to
what
make
you
this
said.
about Boosie. I don't. I'm
I
sorry.
don't
I don't
either,
want to
but I
make this
do want to
about
make this
Boosie,
about,
but I don't like
but
that
about a
man
point.
at
And
all.
black men and the way that they move. According to Diddy, it is more gay black male celebrities than the law will allow.
Mm.
And what make me sick on the stomach is while all y'all niggas around here playing with each other dicks, y'all pushing y'all pushing a narrative against gay men, and all y'all niggas licking on dicks. What's the
At the
problem?
end of the day, honestly, at the end of the day, when it comes to sexuality, sexuality is going to always be a very powerful thing. Whether, speaking of which, is National Bisexual Visibility Day as well, too, you guys.
Mm.
But sexuality is going to be a very powerful thing in itself. You know, we're governed by it, we live it, we breathe it. I don't understand why people just won't deal with the fact that that's just how it is.
Right.
Black women and black gays run the world, and white gays run the world.
Literally.
And you're gonna come across it in one form or fashion. And I just don't know what it's going to take for us to just all coexist and get along and not be mean and disrespectful and assholes to each other. But I don't know. I really don't know. But I felt like we've spent enough time on that topic talking about that man. So Jordan, what else you got for us?
Yeah, so I mean, needless to say, I was just a little disappointed because Carisha ended the show with a twerk off, and
I
she
saw
gave
that.
somebody $500 for getting on stage and twerking. And my thing is Clark Atlanta, Georgia State, Spelman College, Morehouse College, Morris Brown, Georgia Tech. I mean, you have all these colleges right here in Atlanta, and many of them were giving away free tickets to Revolt. So why not give $500 to a student who needs help with paying their tuition?
Right. Or need some books.
Hello. Like, let's
them books
uplift
are
ourselves
expensive.
and move in a different direction. Why is it always reverting back to twerking? Like, let's grow away from that shit. Like, the shit is
she's a city girl. She's a city girl at the end of the day.
I get it, Terrence, and trust me, I fully 100% appreciate what she is
fucking
doing.
on a rich ass scamming ass nigga.
And that's real ass bitch gonna talk about a nigga, okay? You big fucking back on 5-6 figures. I used to be a city girl, okay? City girls used to be up in my brain. But
I'm a city boy, so I get it too. And I'm gonna always bring some funny shit, y'all.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Let's think outside of the box. Let's broaden our brains a little bit instead of just everything resorting back to twerking. So that was just my final thought.
You're right.
On that. I get
You're
it.
right,
I get
Jordan.
it. City girl, but guess
it was a
what?
missed opportunity.
It absolutely
a very missed opportunity.
It was a missed opportunity
because
right now where her brand stands, it would have been an extremely conscious pivot on City Girl life. You get what excuse me. You get what I'm saying? It would have been a great pivot. It would have been her introducing an element that was actually scalable. You do that there, and then now you out front. Now you doing some college shit, and now you trying to tell girls instead of running after these motherfuckers, get your own. And that's the next phase of City Girl because she grew up.
And that's what I'm saying. Just elevate a little bit. Just change the narrative. Because my thing is City Girls is no longer City Girls. It's JT and it's Carisha. Y'all are two different entities and brands at this point. So now you got to get ahead because right now JT coming. JT is here, baby. And she ain't going to know. So if I was Carisha, just let's change the narrative a little bit and let's move differently and in a better and more positive direction. But anywho, that was all that I really experienced at Revolt World. I got me something to eat. To your point, Terrence, supported a Black-owned business. Got my food and I got up out of there because it was too hot. Auntie had an attitude, and I just really wished I was at home in my bed enjoying my air conditioning. But anywho,
yes, Auntie.
For real. So Zeus Network personality Winnie Stackz came to Atlanta to host an invite-only private MCM store shutdown and a fashion presentation to kick off the Fighting Cancer fashion show Saturday at V12. Sheldon and Terrence, y'all both were there Friday night. Sheldon, you had an exclusive interview with Winnie to respond to some disturbing rumors about the weekend's event. Let's start with Friday, and then Terrence, please tell us about the event.
Well, I actually really enjoyed the event. I love anything when fashion meets a cause. I'm a fashion dude. I like to put that shit on.
Yes.
So I'm going to absolutely always go support any type of fashion event in Atlanta. And I love that it also was for a cause. We're coming up to October, which is cancer awareness and everything. So I'm sorry. Cancer awareness and everything. So cancer has affected me and my family at one point. So I'm always gung-ho to support anything like that. It was great to meet Winnie. I met Winnie actually some years back. I met him long time ago. He's fun guy. I love his story. I didn't know in depth as much that he's gone through. Sheldon shared a lot of that with me during his interview with him. So I got to peek a little bit more into his personality, into who he was and how he got to where he was. But overall, I thought it was a really good opportunity. I mean, a really good event, I should say. And I enjoyed it. Folks love to come out in Atlanta. Folks love to be seen. They love to mix and mingle. They love to sip and shop and sip and do whatever,
Right.
and be seen. You know, very Atlanta. It was very Atlanta. Some very interesting characters were there.
Okay.
Um, some very interesting characters were there, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Um,
Do you
but
care to share?
you say what?
I said, do you care to share who these interesting characters were?
I don't know who these interesting
Okay.
Yeah,
characters
they
were,
were
so
just
that was
visually interesting.
yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
they were just
Okay.
visually interesting. You know, what I consider fashion, the next person may not consider fashion.
Got
So that's the thing of fashion and art, that it's relative. So, you know, but overall, I really enjoyed it. What about you, Sheldon? How did you feel about the event?
I really enjoyed it. I really did. You know, I had an opportunity, just like Jared said, I had an opportunity from Metro Men of Atlanta to talk with Winnie, and it was a very heartfelt interview. He's a ball of energy, you know, and he talked about, you know, standing on a bus stop in Houston, Texas, and woke up in the hospital. So you done fell out on the side of the road.
Wow.
You get reported that you got a stomach virus. You go home to get a second opinion, bro. You in stages of stomach cancer. So you was
Wow.
misdiagnosed. And
Wow.
so this was the birth of the interview. Please, I mean, this was the birth of Couture fighting cancer, and to understand that he had to make a choice for his life simply because there was and I didn't know this here, that there is a cure according to him, he says there is a treatment, a therapy that guarantees 75%. There's a therapy that is 99% successful.
Mm.
You don't qualify for the 99%.
And that's so
And
unfortunate. And it
it's
all boils
so
down to money.
unfortunate.
Wow.
And so with that being the case, it was crazy. So he literally started out with the 99, then he gets halted in it. He said, well, what do I need? He says, you need money to get back on that,
Right.
because one goes for 45 minutes. The 75% chance of survival goes for 2 hours. The
Wow.
treatment goes for 2 hours. That's fucked up. Says
Wow.
in the middle of that, somebody donates an undisclosed amount of money, actually gets him back on
Wow.
the 99% list.
Wow. Wow.
And so now
Wow.
he's maybe 5-7 years clean from cancer. Praise God.
That's
But
amazing.
That is amazing.
that is amazing. But you know, we didn't get a chance to go to the show, but I wake up to my phone going bananas. Sheldon, call me. Call me. I call. It was a lot of stuff in the text message that ain't gonna release. And I say, what's up? There was according to sources, there was $16,000 worth.
Wait. Sheldon. Pause. We have a clip that we're going to play, and then you can go into all of these details.
Go ahead.
You look good, baby. You look good. 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 I tell her she look good. That's every time I see my baby. Get my face, stay out the way. That's what I wake up and do daily. Beat it down into my pockets. Look, I'm on CTE than AB. I'm the one just like a rocket. And take off feel like Tracy. Tell my bitch she bad, but she already know. Girl just hit my line, say pull up. Plum just dropped a brand new load. I'm trying to get it off like Gio. Shit can grab a fucking phone. Don't be mad at me, she fucking gotta take that on your hoe. You look good.
Okay.
So it looked high.
Boy.
It was high. It was high. But you know what though, even it's so in talking to him, there was
Very Atlanta.
Very much so,
$16,000
Atlanta.
worth of MCM merchandise missing.
How
There
much?
was $16,000 worth of MCM merchandise that was alleged missing. We do have the full interview for everybody who wants to watch it on our Patreon. We'll put that in the link. But just to give you some of the details, we also have a clip from the interview that we're going to play in just a second, but we got all of that $16,000. I was like, well, he was supposed to be arrested at the airport, and I was just like, well, Winnie, was there an arrest? Was there a warrant? You know what I'm saying? He debunked
Winnie
stories, but at the
himself
same
was
time,
arrested, or is someone supposed to be allegedly arrested, or someone in his
allegedly,
entourage?
right. According to him, they warned him not to go to the airport because the police will be waiting on him when he gets ready to get on his flight, because there was warrant. I don't know how they got on a warrant that quick to get him arrested, but hey, this is 2024 and Atlanta, so I don't know. But according to that, there, you know what I'm saying, the show started 2.5 hours late. 2.5 hours late. They were transporting people from a venue to prep to the actual show. The sprinter actually canceled, drove off, left the people, so they couldn't get back and forth.
Wow.
According to him, he was trying to organize this. He says before he got there, he said he feels so let down by the Atlanta market. He says because they looked at his flyer and told him a couple of days before, that he felt that his flyer was janky, and literally say that we think that your flyer is bogus and we don't want to work with you, and literally cancel. He said he was getting cancellations back and forth. Listen, there is alleged some seriousness that was going on in the bathroom that was actually filmed. I pray to God it ain't true, because if it is, it's gonna
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
And what was this alleged event? This alleged recording?
We'll talk later.
Okay.
But this gonna hurt folk if it come out. This gonna hurt folk. So, but we do have the full interview.
I'm so glad I didn't go.
That drops tonight on InstaAtlanta.com. I'm so glad I didn't go. But watch this. We do have a clip of me actually talking to him about some of the pertinent details about this actual everything that went wrong, even down to people. According to him, he has a team that reaches out to people. Because I was trying to get that answered. I was like, yo, Winnie, like if you have people that are reaching out to talk to MCM about your sizes and everything, how they got all the wrong sizes, and the sizes that came are now missing. So it was almost like, Jordan, you ordered me a pair of shoes, and it sounds like you ordered them in your size. I come back to the room and they gone.
Wow. That's crazy.
This is absolutely crazy.
This is why you gotta be careful you have on your team.
And that's what it is. And not only that, the team has a press release that they should have released by now. That
is his Instagram back up, or is it still down?
I'm not sure. Because according to our sources, they told us that it was supposed to be up by that night.
Friday,
but you know
midnight.
what though? Friday at midnight, right? But watch this, y'all. Here's a clip to kind of expound on some of the things we discussed.
I literally was posting flights per week as they were going up. Get it? It's 80, it's 90, it's 100. Stop playing with me. I didn't leave nobody behind.
I didn't leave nobody behind.
But watch this. You know what that claim is? Because I received from the same sources that they're sending out text messages trying to solicit money, because production team members and models are left here in Atlanta, and people are trying to come together to get them fed and to get them transported back to LA. But according to Winnie, he says, I never have a budget for models. And he said that everybody, he was in a IG group, and it's interesting that you brought that up, Terrence, because there was an IG group with close to maybe 200 people in it, that he told them that, hey, I got a flight from LA to Atlanta for $48 and back for $40 3 months ago. So these people were supposed to get the tickets
Take
then,
advantage
and
of
for
that then.
take advantage of that then. And this was 3 months ago. According to Winnie, the people that he did help, the stipulation was they were supposed to get back. But his team released a press release,
a press release
that says, to the public, attendees, sponsors, designers, event hosts, casting, rehearsal space hosts, security team, drivers, glam volunteers, and the greater Atlanta community is who they addressed. It says, we are the team involved in the production of Couture Fighting Part 3. Regret to inform you of significant issues that occurred during this event. It is with sincere apologies that we address the unprofessional conduct of the show producer, Winnie Stackz, and the resulting negative impact on everyone involved. We recognize the discomfort and distress caused by Mr. Stackz's actions, which included the involvement of his staff and production team in the inappropriate situations that left a high value items, unpaid invoices, and blatant disrespect towards models, designers, glam teams, students, and even his own team members. It goes on from there, but they do say that we appreciate, it says, in light of these events, we want to make it clear that we are severing our ties with Winnie Stackz. We stand in solidarity with all affected parties and will no longer associate it with him or his brand. We appreciate your understanding and support as we move forward to ensure that future events reflect the professionalism and respect that our community deserves. Thank you. Continued support the Couture Fighting Cancer production team, LA, Los Angeles, California. I did speak with Winnie after I got privy of this, and I did invite him to come and talk to us about this. And just like I told him, we're a news outlet, and we talk about that. So I won't disparage him in what happened. I did tell him, and I do want to let everybody know, I got this after I had a conversation with Winnie. After Winnie and I got online and Winnie and I discussed what was going on, it was later that the press release became apparent. So the interview that you will see with Winnie is not damage control, because he literally came out with this interview before I knew anything about this. And this press release had not been printed because I got it from inside sources, and he was not responding to this. He did talk to me directly because I got privy of other rumors that I wanted him to clear up in efforts of clearing up his name.
Wow.
Seriously. And it's a whole bunch of other stuff that came with this. I'm just not messy. And watch this, fam. I do want to say this. The reason why he did not call any names, he did not call names. He was not trying to be messy, and he purposely excluded names because he didn't want to drag people into this. And again, this was before the press release.
Wow.
Okay, this was definitely before the press release. So when you watch it, be informed that our conversation happened before this was right, before this was produced, and this not.
Okay, well, I want to see it.
Right.
I want to see it. We'll talk off camera, Sheldon, So yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Sheldon, I need you to
ugly.
send that to the group chat. And the full interview drops tonight on InStyleAtlanta.com. So make sure y'all go ahead and check that out. Because this is some tea that you just dropped on us, Sheldon. And me and Terrence.
No, baby, this was the tea bag. This
Woo!
wasn't the tea. Because when we talk off camera, whoa. It's
And
some shit that
Sheldon,
happened.
I
I ain't even
already
talked to
have
him
an
about it.
idea. I already have some ideas of what's what. Because me knowing the girls,
And he was addressing the girls the whole time.
yeah.
oh, okay. Well,
Wait until we talk about what really happened.
yeah, we need to know off
What
here,
what
Sheldon.
alleged happened?
Ooh, we.
Right,
Okay,
what
so
already happened.
that is all the tea that we have today for y'all. Stay tuned because I'm sure there will be more that will be developing later on this week. And make sure you are following Juicy Pop on all social media platforms at Juicy Pop TV. Terrence, the fabulous nail god, where can they follow you at?
You guys can follow me. I am Terrence Terry. If you see my name right there, that's it. TERRANCE TERRY on all platforms.
Double R.
Sheldon.
I like the double R.
Right.
And I am
My
Sheldon.
hairstylist and my face is beat to the walls. That is all him right there. And y'all cannot book him, okay? I'm being selfish with both of them. You cannot, okay? I am not sharing either one of them. Parents, don't you
Hey.
dare share they can book you because they cannot. He is declining all appointments, okay? No, seriously.
Y'all,
What
it's
Nene Leak say?
unbelievable.
What Nene
Y'all,
Leak say? If you got the coin, they make it in your size.
Okay,
If
well,
you got the coin, you
they
can book
make
an
it in your
appointment.
side.
Book y'all
Listen,
appointments.
and-
Come see me.
Hey, Terrence, it is so crazy how we have all the women in our orbit so spoiled.
very much so. When I
but
call both of
I
y'all,
am-
y'all be like, okay, I can fit you in. I can squeeze you in when you want to come. Thank
Listen,
I
you.
called
Jordan,
you.
you are one
I
of
called you,
You
Jordan.
definitely
Listen.
did call me this last time, Terrence.
Jordan, you are absolutely one of the most dearest women on this planet to me, baby. So you know how we do it. You know how we do it. So I have to let the world know. And
Thank you.
so, but
Well, thank
yeah,
you
I
so
am
much.
Sheldon G. Horton everywhere.
Everywhere.
Period.
I call him Sheldon Double G because he be Gucci from head to toe. You got on a Gucci ring right now. You got a Gucci earrings. What you got in your ear? Double G's. That's what I just said. I'm trying to tell y'all this man. It's not a joke. It's really the truth. But seriously, y'all, go ahead, hit both of them up, follow them on social media. I guess y'all can book them for services. You know, I'm not gonna be selfish because they need to make that coin.
We appreciate you.
But y'all be very selective about who y'all allow to be clients because ain't nobody a client like me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Go ahead, follow them. Make sure y'all follow me, Miss J at MISS Jordan _radio. Make sure you follow InStyle Atlanta, InStyle Atlanta Uncut. It's streaming right now on Fox Soul. So don't forget to get over there because season 2 is coming this fall, and we need y'all to go ahead and get them views up in so y'all can be all caught up when season 2 drops because they wanted to know who the new girl was, and they definitely found out real quick. Okay, don't sit across from me, eat tacos and beans and rice 3 different times, and not ask me who I am, but you asking everybody else in the crew who I am. But I digress.
Not beans and tacos.
Yes,
God.
they was eating beans, tacos,
Not the
and
rant.
sat across from me 3 different times, asked everybody else in the room who I was. It couldn't even come to me and ask me who I was. Like, can't nobody tell you who I am. Only I can tell you who I am. But anywho, go ahead, make sure you are following both of my favorite men in my life, Terrence and Sheldon, right now on social media. Make sure you got InStyle Atlanta Uncut, Juicy Pop TV, Miss J. I mean, everybody out the
And
brand.
Metro Men of Atlanta.
Thank you, Metro Men of Atlanta. Get there as well, because what they do is they don't play. They get straight to business with it, okay? We love y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and drop some comments. Let us know what else y'all thoughts are, what else y'all want to see us talking about, because y'all know we definitely gonna get to it. But until next time, I love y'all. I appreciate both of y'all. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to sit down and talk with me today, because that was a whole lot of tea that we had to go ahead and spill and sip on, and we got straight to it. And make sure you check out Winnie's interview with Sheldon tonight, dropping on InStyleAtlanta.com. Okay, run them views all the way up, and we need y'all comments and feedback on that as well. And Sheldon, when we get up off of here, me and Tara is gonna need some of that tea as well. Okay, thank you. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and until next time, y'all have a good one and stay safe.
Peace.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Bye.